Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I am bringing you a look and some swatches of the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. So I wanted to give you a little bit of a review. I've used this a couple of times now. Oh, and also if you get to the end of the video, there is something exciting happening. So I have, as soon as this came out on the flash sale, I bought it. I was really excited about it. I love the idea of a warm palette by Urban Decay. I did have the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette and I wasn't massively impressed. So I really wanted this to change my mind about the palettes. So I created this look using the palette today. I hope you enjoy it. It will come up shortly. I'll just show you some of the things in this palette so you can get an idea of how it comes. So Naked Heat, for me, it was a complete surprise. I didn't know it was coming. And I feel like it just sort of dropped, it just landed. It was just everywhere all of a sudden. So this is how it comes in the box. It's absolutely stunning. It has like a real warm metallic feel to it. It's got gold writing and it's beautiful. On the back it shows you all of the shadows, the names of the shadows. Very similar to what it would normally. However, what it does is it slides out a bit like a matchbook. You take out the palette, you've got some roses on the back here, and then on the inside you have, let's turn it this way, these are matches sort of in degrees of burning, and I suppose the heat, the fact that it's a warm palette, that really does just add a little bit extra, which I love. The colour of the palette is this coppery colour, gorgeous. It's quite bulky though. I wish it wasn't as bulky. You know, there's a whole lot of packaging here that probably didn't need to be in it. However, the effect of the packaging is amazing. So it looks like this. It's got like a clear cover here over, it looks like these ridges and they're different spaces. It gives it that, I don't know, Miami feel maybe? Something like that. It's got the beautiful sort of flamey colour. It does add effect, but it also adds height. There's a good few inches, few millimeters, not inches, that they could have taken off this really and made it less bulky. As normal, you get the 12 shadows. It is 12, isn't it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, 12 shadows. There isn't really a base colour. I would say the ounce is nearly there. It's a very satiny colour. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 shimmers and the rest are mattes. So altogether you've got 4 shimmers, 1 satin and 7 mattes, and they're all warm. I have to admit, actually, I really like the idea of creating a matte look with it. I did create a look with it today that was a bit more metallic, and I used a oh goodness, a pigment on top as well, just in the middle, just to bring out a bit more brightness. Personally, I wish they'd put a light sort of rose gold, which I've got on the middle of my eye. The pigment, I wish they had a rose gold shimmer. I feel like they could have replaced one of these two. In the viewfinder they look really different, but they're not massively different on the eye. This is maybe a bit more orange and this is maybe a little bit more bronzy. I don't know. I just feel like they missed a trick. I love the dark colours down here. Again, this is a bronze colour and I wish that it had been maybe like a dark brown, a bit more, maybe like ashes, but in a shimmer. So there are some things that I would change. However, it's not to say that this is not fast becoming one of my favourite palettes to use. I think there are only a few looks you can do with it though. If you are not into warm shadows, you will not enjoy this. If you are, I think this is definitely one. If you're a collector of Urban Decay Naked palettes, definitely get it. I think the formula's amazing, the best formula yet. No fallout whatsoever. I'm really impressed. If you want to try a warm palette and you don't have any others, this definitely would be good for the collection. I also think this is a different take on a warm shadow palette because all of the others have got like reddy tones. You know, the Modern Renaissance is actually more cool toned red than it is warm toned. So definitely think that there is a place for this in the collection. I'm going to play with it a bit more. If you want to see 4 looks 1 palette, then I'm happy to do that. But if you do want to have a warm palette in your collection, then I reckon you should go for it. It's £39.50. It will be coming out at the end of July. And like I say, go to the end of the video and you will see a little surprise. So thank you so much, and keep watching for the tutorial. So I am going to start with, I have primed my face and everything. I'm going to start with the Rimmel Match Perfection. I have been using a couple of others that I wanted to finish up, and they are more or less finished. So I just want to use this one today because I used it yesterday and my makeup stayed on really flawless all day. So yeah, I know that this has definitely become a firm drugstore favourite foundation. So I've got it in the shade Ivory, which is more yellow toned. I'm going to use this. It's a bit dirty, sorry, but I used it once. This is the sponge from Eco Tools. So this is their answer to the Beauty Blender. They're saying it's the best sponge on the market, but they would, I suppose it's theirs. But it's not as soft. It's not soft, but the thing I like most about it is this straight edge at the top. I think it's really lovely. It's really good to get in there under the eye. So just adding that on. I know my skin looks really blotchy and red, but I've been using a lot of skincare. I had facial Pilates on Saturday, which you'll see in a vlog, or you've seen in a vlog. I don't know when this is going up, to be honest. And my skin it's been very clear, but it's definitely been a bit redder. So obviously as well with the sun and everything, it's been a bit of a battle. So yeah, I do put a SPF on. There is SPF in my foundation, whether or not that makes much of a difference, but I try not to go outside. I have noticed I've got a bit of a blemish on my nose that is not going away. I think it's a burst capillary, similar to what's on my face here. So yeah, just adding on that foundation. Oh, it always feels so cooling and lovely. I do love it. I look really tired, don't I? Like my eyes look super dark. But that's okay, because the product I'm going to use next is a newbie. It is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer, but this is the Colour Correction Concealer, and this is in the shade Lemon. And basically, to me, it is a very light concealer. It's not your normal sort of yellow concealer. I don't think you could use this if you were darker than me. I just love it. It reminds me of the Naked Skin. Yes, it looks super crazy, but it's alright. I prefer the Naked Skin, which I do have, but obviously I want to use this up. So I'm just going to blend that under the eye. That is quite light, but it does neutralise whatever is going on under my eyes, because my goodness, it needs it. It's got the same consistency as Lasting Perfection. If you're like me and you're pale, you might like this. I do find Lasting Perfection does sink into the fine lines. That's my only bugbear, but it's a small one. You can also use this to highlight, which I have done, and I'm going to now. I find it's a really nice highlight, actually. Just going to add this here. I tell you what, it's absolutely roasting. It was hot yesterday. Today isn't so bad, thank goodness, because it has been unbearably hot. Poor Rupert has just been, oh, he's just hated it. He's hating it. So yeah, then I'm just going to use my number 7 powder. I'm trying to use this up. I've got another one as well, so I really just want to use them up now. And I'd like to try Laura Mercier, but I'm not going to try anything until I finish these, and they're taking forever. Okay, now I've done that, I'm going to do my brows. This is becoming a real occurrence, a proper one now. I'm apparently a brow person, and it's more that I've noticed how unfinished everything is without doing them. So I'm using the, what are you called, Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit, just brushing through my brows, bringing my hair with me apparently. There we go. Still soaking wet from my bath this morning. Oops, dropped the lid. So I'm just going to attempt to shape my brows a little bit using this pencil, just running it through. I don't normally rush them. I'm just going to take some down here. The good thing about this pencil, I've got one eyebrow that's literally just sticking up there, thanks. The good thing about this pencil is you can alter its, oh that's really awkward, bloody eyebrow. Look at that, stuck up just there, that's frustrating. You can alter how dark it is that you have your brows, which I really like. If you just lightly brush it, you won't get the same intensity and colour. See, I don't think there's much difference between them, but there certainly is a difference, and it looks more finished once it's done. They do take, it does make my makeup take a bit longer. Does anybody else find that? I know I've got really thick brows anyway. It's just the bringing together of everything, just neatening up what is there, filling in the gaps. And I find a brow pencil just so much easier to do that. So yeah, loving this. Oh, I forgot I dropped that, didn't I? I'm just gonna brush that through, hopefully tame that one that's decided it's going to stick up. No, I'm going to have to pluck that one. I have got some brow gel somewhere, and I might go and pop that in, but I haven't got it in with me. Right, so that's the brows done. Okay, next up is the contour and blush, etc, etc. So I'm going to use my chocolate bar palette thingy, Bronze and Glow I Heart Makeup. I have hit pan big time. I just want to finish it up actually. I quite like to finish a product up. I'm just going to use that in the contours of my face. The other day I was in work and I'd contoured and somebody said, oh, you look like you've lost weight, and I thought, no, I just contoured properly today, that's why. My weight loss is stalling at the moment because I'm being very lazy with it, but I'll be back on it soon. You may have heard as well by now that your friendly neighbourhood Leah XL has gone and got through to the next round of the Feel Unique Top Vlogger competition, which I can't believe I'm saying, to be honest. I'm so excited. I really didn't expect it and I'm over the moon. Okay, so I've just put on that. Don't worry, there will be some blending action coming soon. And the blush that I've been loving at the moment is this little cookie blusher, it's called. Etude House Cookie Blusher in Grapefruit Jelly, and it's just such a pretty peach. And it's a matte blush, really lovely. It comes with this little puff, look. You could use that, but I like using a brush. I have used the puff though. Little puff. I love it. I do want some more of these. I'm just going to dust that over the cheek. Look how beautiful that is. It's such a subtle peach colour. Perfect for the summer. I have certain blushes that I only wear in the summer. I don't know if you have that as well, but and I've got certain blushes I only wear in the autumn as well. And it doesn't, if you wear it in the season it's not meant to be, you feel really weird. Okay, that is the blush done. And then finally for highlighter, I am trying out my PS Bronze and Glow. I'm going to go with the shade Siesta, and I'm going to use my little brush from Real Techniques. I've not used any of these yet, start with Siesta and see how that goes. Oh, okay. Wow, okay. Whew, oh my goodness. If you saw my Primark haul, you will know that I actually did a giveaway for this. Whoa, that is quite dense. I did a giveaway and I did pick a winner, and she was contacted. She's in America, and I have sent, by now I will have sent the parcel. So yeah, this is some highlight. Oh my god. So I've just highlighted and I'm going to just blend it slightly. I think that sometimes you can, it just needs a little bit of blending. And then I'm going to take this all-nighter spray and I'm going to give my face a look. I don't know why there's two lids, I don't get it. I've tried it once and I think that I need to keep trying it because there's one that I'd like to do a, I think it's better. I think it's better. So yeah, I'm just going to spritz on my face. Ooh. Oh, that is nice. The spray is nice. It smells a bit gross though. It reminds me of salad cream. Yeah, it has a smell of salad cream to it. That's really weird, isn't it? Ugh. So, this bad boy. I am going to use the Naked Heat palette, and I'm going to pop on first the 24-hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer by Smashbox. I'm going to put a little bit on. I have to admit I need to repurchase my one from, where was it? Peaches and Cream, because I've finished it and these ones are just too silicone-y, the ones that I've got. I've got this one and one from Wet n Wild, and I just find they're a little bit too silicone-y. This one's a bit better than the Wet n Wild one. Wet n Wild one's dead sticky though, so you know that your eyeshadow is going to stay on. So, the first thing, sorry about the noise by the way, but the windows are open because it's boiling. I'm actually going to use a shadow from the Peanut Butter and Jelly palette because I need a base shade. There is no base shade. Well, there is. It's just shimmery, and I want a matte base shade first. Sorry if I sneeze, because my hay fever's come back with a vengeance. I don't know if anybody else suffers, but my God, it is a right nightmare. So I'm just adding in that base shade, just down to the crease, but avoiding the lid if possible, because I want the shadow to really stand out. So I've just popped that on. Let's go with the Naked palette. So, firstly, let me just show you the shadows. Look how stunning this is. Admittedly, I have looked at it and looked at it and looked at it, and I think there's only really a few looks you could make with this. So I'm trying to make this as different as possible. There is maybe a really nice matte look you can use out of this. The shimmers, there isn't a bold enough shimmer for me. I feel like it's not light enough, so I am going to be using something else. I'm going to be using the brush that it comes in here, which is lovely actually. I do like the brush that comes in with the palette. I think it's pretty decent. So I'm just going to go in with Chaser, which is here, which is a lovely sort of beigey colour, and I'm just going to take that into the crease. And I don't know if you can hear my neighbours, sorry. I'm just trying to get kids to school, which is always fun, isn't it? We don't have any, but we certainly hear them. And then I'm going to go in with Sourced, which is the third shade along. And I'm going to take that again into the crease. I'm just going to start there and work, sort of blend it down and across. Such a good crease shade. Look at that. It's really pretty. These, I had the Naked 3 palette and I didn't like it. I actually sold it. I found it not to be very blendable. I found it a bit chalky. These have definitely got a different formula. They're softer, they feel not more pigmented, because I think they were quite pigmented, but they just feel more blendable. Something's a bit more workable with this one. I'll just put that orangey shade Sourced in the crease. I just blended it through. Then I'm going to go in with He Devil, which is this lovely deep burnt orange. See, they're all a bit burnt orange. I think that's the difficulty with this palette. They all sort of look the same. I'm just going to add that into the crease. Again, really trying to concentrate on that outer corner and not too much shadow. And I'm actually going to use this end and I'm just going to blend that through. I wish this was fluffier. It's not fluffy. There we go. So I'm going to take, how are we going to do this? Now, Lumber is a lovely sort of duochrome shade. It's like gold with, it's like He Devil but with gold running through it. It's really pretty. Ounce is a, it's like a very light white shade. It has got a bit of a sheen to it, but it's not shimmery. So this is where I get a little bit like, what do I use next? So we've got Scorched here. Oh, okay. And Dirty Talk. So they're the two colours and they're quite similar. It's a shame that one of them wasn't lighter. My goodness though, that is some pigment. Some pigment. I'm going to use Dirty Talk. I'm going to use it on the brush. And I'm just going to add that to the lid. I'm going to put it all over the lid because I'm going to use a different shade on the top to halo it out. Oh, for some reason it's not blending at the top there. I think it's because I didn't put a base shadow down. There we go. So I'm just going to add that all over the lid. That is bright. Just going to add it again all over the lid. I'm just going to build up this colour. That is so nice. Okay, so just going to stop there for a second and I'm going to change brushes. I'm going to take a pencil brush and I'm going to go in with Ember at the very end here. It's like a deep bronze. And I'm just going to take that on the outer corner, sort of on the outer third. Oh, that is pretty. That is such a pretty colour. And then I'm just going to take it very, very inner corner, creating a halo effect, sort of. Take it on that very inner corner and the very outer corner. Wonder how I'm doing for time. There we go. It's a really interesting shade, actually, this one. There we go. So I'll just put those dark colours on. Just going to take a blending brush and blend up here. Just blend it all through and blend this through. There's no fallout whatsoever, which for this sort of pigment actually is pretty awesome. And then I'm going to take a shade from something I got sent recently from Glow and Ray, and this is a shade called Dazzle. It's a pigment. I will try and be as careful as possible, and it's like a rose gold. I think this is going to be perfect with this. I'm going to take a brush. Let's take this brush here. I'm going to take this brush here. No, I'll take a different one. Sorry, I'm being very indecisive on camera. There we go, we'll take this one. And, oh, I'm just going to take a little bit of Fix Plus. I'm just going to go into that pigment. There we go, I've got a bit on the brush. And I'm going to take that on the centre just to lift that orange. There we go. I'll do on the other side as well. Just on the centre, just to lift the colour that's there. I think that is really pretty. Just going to show you so you can see it. It's really metallic. It's a rose gold, and I feel like that works really nicely. So I'm just going to finish the eye look off. So hard when you've got a pigment like that, it really is. So I'm just going to take a short pencil brush. No, I'm not. I'm going to take this one. It's a brow line brush, but I actually like using it for under the eye. And I'm going to take Ashes and Un Fuego together and go under the eye. You know me, this isn't an eye look if I don't put a nice deep colour under the eye. And the reason I go under the eye is I feel like it makes my eye bigger going underneath. I'm drawing the line down so the inside of the eye is a bit brighter. Yes, that is actually very pretty, I like that. And I'm going to take the blending brush and just blend here a bit. That's better. And here. Very nice. Then I'm going to take an eyeliner. It's my favourite part, as you know. And I'm going to put a wing on today. I love this eyeliner from NYX. No, it's not NYX. Essence. That was good. I got the name wrong. This is literally my holy grail eyeliner. It is as black as night. Goes on so smoothly, so easily, and if you want to do a wing, it is perfect for getting a sharp wing really quickly. There you go. I'm going to do the same on this side. This is always the side that worries me the most. If I get it wrong, get it wrong. There we go. My eyeliner's never really equal. It looks it sometimes, but because I wear glasses, I think I just take a bit more of a risk. I just go for it and just think, well, if it hasn't worked, it hasn't worked. Nobody will see. The glasses cover it all. And there we go. That is a wing. And the mascara I'm using today is one that I'm absolutely loving. This is the Essence Lash Princess. I bloody love this. And this is from Essence again. I feel like it really clings to the lash. It's got a curved brush. Admittedly, I think it's gone a little bit clumpy, but it's alright. It really makes my lashes look lovely. I will go and say this on record that this is my favourite mascara to date. As you know, I won't say it's Holy Grail until it literally from start to finish impresses me. Yeah, it has gone a bit clumpy, but you know, nothing a bit of brushing won't sort out. So I feel like it curls, lengthens, volumizes, really good for the bottom lashes, gets right in there. It's got natural bristles, which I do like, but it's thin and it's curved. It's like everything you want it to be. And it's the purple one, which is the sculpted volume, which actually I think that's pretty accurate. I might like to try the others. Now I'm sure I tried this before and I hated it. Not this colour, I think it was a pink one. And I really didn't like it. And I think it's because they've changed the formula. I think they have changed the formula. So that is the eye look almost complete. I feel like I need to put a little bit of an inner corner highlight because my looks aren't complete without one. Does anybody else get that? Like, they feel like they haven't finished their look if they haven't put an inner corner highlight in. So I'm just going to pop this in, which is from the highlight palette. Wow, okay. This is from the highlight palette and it's, what shade is this? Sunbeam from Primark. Okay, that is pretty special. There we go. That is, whew, blinding. I love that. I absolutely love that look. That is pretty. And then on the lips, I'm using the Jouer lip cream. It's a long-lasting lip cream, I think, in Terra. And it's like a warm-toned nude. I've been using this a lot, actually, and I find it really comfortable. And it's a really good nude. The smell is so vanilla-y and cake battery. It's actually quite off-putting. Smells like those Essence ones that I didn't like. Do you remember? I got rid of. There we go. It's a matte lip cream, but it does dry down, so that's what I think I like about it. Like, it's a comfortable matte lipstick that goes on really smoothly, and it's a really perfect lip colour to go with this here. So now you've got to the end of the video, I can tell you that I am giving one of these away. I bought an extra one, and I am giving one away to somebody on my blog, so I will link that down below. I won't mention that this is a giveaway in the video because it is on my blog, so go and visit there if you are looking to get your hands on the Naked Heat palette. It is stunning. You can see the eye look that I've made with it today. I feel really happy with it. I do think that there are many looks that I could try and do, and I might try and do 4 looks 1 palette. If you're interested in that, let me know. This would be number 1. Maybe, or something like this. I think that it is definitely on trend with the warm eyeshadows, but it's more of an orangey tone rather than a warm cranberry tone, and I do like that, but this is just stunning. So thank you so much for watching. All the details for the giveaway will be in my blog, as I say. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.